Okay, hi there. This is Ken from Tuning Fork Music. This time with yet another installment of just exploring ABRSM Theory Works app. Last time we did grade 1-1. Now we're going to try just grade 1-2. Alright. I'll probably be intersplicing this video with occasional, maybe a bit more explanation. So it's going to get a little bit choppy, but let's see how it goes. Alright, so we're going to go to grade 1. Let me bring this a little closer. Okay, now this time we want to go to level 2. Okay, now let's take a look under the basics to see what they're covering. Looks like they're talking about sharps and flats. Sharps raise a note by a semitone. Alright, so if you're looking on the keyboard, that's the next note. Doesn't matter if it's black or white, but it's the next note to your right if you're looking at the keyboard. And a flat is a semitone down, and that's, again, doesn't matter if it's black or white, just like the Michael Jackson song goes. It's the next key over, next adjacent key to the left. Okay, and natural signs are basically keep it to its original. They give some examples. They're talking about key signatures. Alright, and in this case it looks like they're going to be covering G major, D major, and F major. Here again we're faced with some English stuff here, so talking about minims, or Americans like to call it half notes. And then we start talking about the division, 2 crotchets in the minim. Then semibreves have 4 crotchets inside. And interestingly enough, they just jump right into talking about accents and tempo markings and other sort of expression markings. So a lot to cover. So let's see how quickly we can go, because I felt like the last one was a little bit slow. So I'm going to not do quite so much in terms of explanation. All right, what shall we start with today? Well, let's go down to the left and then down the right. So let's take a look at keys. Okay, so which is the key of C major? C major is the one with no flats and no sharps, and that's this fourth one right here. All right. Okay. This is the key of D major, and then they have a true or false. So you have to look at it, and you have to make sure that you're absolutely sure at what you're looking at. Okay. The key of D major has 2 sharps, and in this case, we only have 1 flat. That's actually F major. So therefore, this is false. Okay, so and then we just talked about F major. That's the one with 1 flat. That's this third one right here. Okay, all right, and then the key for D major is this one here, 2 sharps. Yeah. Now while I'm paused here, just the best way to find the key signature on sharps, right, is to look at the last sharp and go 1 semitone above. Okay, so in D major you have 2 sharps and you read them, spatially from left to right, F sharp and C sharp. The last sharp is C sharp, and so half step up from C sharp is D. That's why you can find out as a D major. Okay, C major, just kind of memorize it. No sharps, no flats. That's this bass clef one here, second one. Okay, G major. Okay, so there's just 1 sharp. This is the F sharp. Half step up from that F sharp is G, so therefore the second one is the correct one. Okay, F major. Now, for flats, you want to think of it in terms of the next to last flat. So I give an example of, let's say, A flat major. There are 4 flats in A flat major. There's B flat, E flat, A flat, and D flat. And what you want to do is you want to look at the next to last flat. B, E, A, D. Last one is D. The one before it's A flat. So it's A flat major. Now the problem with that system is what do you if you only have 1 flat? Okay, what do you refer to? Nothing really. So with the 1 flat, you just kind of have to memorize that if it's a single flat, it's most likely F major or possibly D minor. Okay, we see that the last one here has only 1 flat, and we check that off. Okay, so 2 sharps for D major, All right, we can kind of rush through this a little bit. All right, true or false, the key of C major. C major has no flats and no sharps. That has one sharp, therefore that's false. Okay, key of G major, one sharp, F sharp, half step up from F sharp is G. Correct. All right, so true. Yeah, so some folks like to memorize it, sharps and flats by the number of sharps and flats. If you can do so, that's perfectly fine as well. There are many ways to just kind of find out the exact one of the key. So that was a pretty quick round here. Okay, well, let's go to terms and signs. Okay, now this means to tie the notes. So it doesn't look like there was a whole lot of expression inside. I'm sorry, not a lot of explanation inside that initial chapter that you saw. So these theory works are generally as great as they are standalone. Sometimes you really have to have like somebody knowledgeable in music kind of helping you along. Um, you know, it's usually meant to be a complement to whatever private lessons you're doing. Now, the difference between a tie and a slur is that a tie ties two notes of the same pitch. And usually it's just kind of extended to connecting one note and another. Um, in terms of a slur, you can have many notes on there, and they very often are going to be different pitches. Okay, so therefore, I'm going to guess that this is false, because this looks to me like a slur, because this could be some sort of note. We don't know what we don't know what clef we're in, and it almost doesn't matter because it's not on the same pitch. Let's try this. False. Therefore, we're correct. Okay, and likewise, they do the opposite here. This means to slur the notes. No, it does not, because it's on the same pitch, and because it's on the same pitch, it's actually a tie. So we're going to have to be careful on our choice and say this is false. Okay, now dynamics. Right, so you have to kind of know the whole scale of the dynamics here. If we were to start from the lowest, generally it would be as many P's as you can. Right, the more letters at the consecutive letters that you have, the more in that direction. So P is piano, which means soft. So it's P, 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 P. You can think of it that way. A lot of P's means it's really, really soft. Conversely, F is forte, right, which can mean loud, or I prefer the word strong. So if you've got two F's, it's pretty loud. If you got 5 F's, you've got 500 F's, which is, of course, just a theoretical number, it's very, very loud. So, and then you have things in between. I'll probably put a graphic like just kind of showing that. So anyway, this gets a little bit kind of squishy with these definitions here. So let's take a look. The first one is FF, which is fortissimo. All right, 2F, very loud. Okay. Okay, so next level down will be loud, which is this single forte. Okay, forte. Okay, so M is mezzo. Right? Mezzo in Italian means medium. So mezzo forte, medium strong or medium loud. So we're going to put this as moderately loud. And we only have one left, moderately quiet, mezzo piano. Let's check to make sure we did it right. We're good. Okay. This sign means moderately quiet, based on the definition from last time. Okay. Now, again, you have to be careful of knowing which direction you're going. So we're going from loud to soft. Okay, fortissimo is the loudest of all these. Mezzo forte is medium strong, medium loud. All right. Mezzo piano is medium soft, and then pianissimo is very, very soft. Let's check ourselves. There we go. We have it. Okay, now identify the da capo sign from the images below, which is a little bit silly because it actually says da capo in the bottom left. Right? But if you actually see just the letters DC, that means da capo. Da capo means to the head, so very often to the beginning of the piece. All right. So we're going to check, make sure we got that right, and we have. All right, the forte sign, single F, take that one. All right, this sign means soft, okay, or quiet. All right, Now, the Dalsenio sign, again, this is a little bit silly because they kind of say it already there. But anytime you do see a DS, if you don't see the words Dalsenio, you rarely see the full written thing because back then, in the old days, ink was very expensive. So the less ink that you actually used, the more profit you can make on your book. Anyway, yep, whoops, top right corner, Dalsenio, and let's check that off there. Okay, well, let's place the dynamics in the correct order from quietest to loudest. Okay, 2 P's, 1 P, mezzo piano, and forte. And just kind of rushing through this bit. Okay, all right, mezzo forte. We're going to go from moderately loud. And once again, as I said in the last video, do keep in mind that I believe this is a random set of questions. So what you see here is not exactly what you will see. And that's a good thing. The more questions you have in your question bank, the more repetitions you can do, the better you get in your theory. Alright, loudest to quietest. Fortissimo, forte, mezzo forte, pianissimo. Check that. Okay. Alright, now which one means to play the quietest? You have to choose. 2 P's is very quiet. Okay, loudest to quietest, so you can see the repetition here. I'm just going to bust through this a lot now. Okay, and then quietest to loudest. Make sure you check your direction. Very soft, kind of soft, kind of loud, very loud. Okay. Alright, and that's round 2. Alright, let's go to the next topic. Accidentals. Okay, sharps, flats, and naturals. So basically, this is a lot of identification and understanding what we're looking at here. They made it easy by, putting this picture of the girl on the right, and she's rarely the answer. In fact, I don't ever know what should be the answer for. Okay, so sharp sign. It's not a hashtag, please, all you young folk here. All right, it's a sharp sign. Right. Okay, flats. Okay, it looks like a little B. All right, left side. Good shot there. All right, natural sign. So let's go like that. Okay, that's a natural sign. Okay, this is a natural flat and sharp, and you're meant to touch it and drag it. So put it there. Okay, these we can go pretty fast. That's a flat. All right, that's a natural. All right, do a lot of repetition and go. Okay, now sometimes these are just questions that kind of give you a little more. They give you a little bit more information than you really need. But anyway, you want to add an accidental to raise this note by a semitone. All that is a sharp. Okay, pick that. Okay. All right, lower it by a semitone. You're going to want to go with a flat. Now, I bet what's going to happen is that they're going to start throwing accidentals on you, and then you have to think, which direction am I going? But for now, we just need to raise that by a semitone, by sharp. Okay. Lower this note by a semitone, A flat, A to A flat. Raise it, D to D sharp. And raise it, G to G sharp. Okay, and raise it by a semitone. Okay, C to C sharp. Okay. Alright, raise it by a semitone, C sharp. Okay, fairly easy. I think this is going to be a quicker progression because it's pretty much mostly all red here. Now, time values. So before they've kind of gone in the direction of smaller and smallest. Now they're kind of getting big, macro. Remember that rhythm is basically just a division of pulse, right? And usually that division is either by dividing, division, or addition, so combining. So now I have to put on my British hat here. This is a semi-breve, I believe, because we usually call these whole notes in America, but in everywhere else it's a semi-breve. Okay, minims. Okay, minims, let me think, from UK to US, that would actually be a half note, but in any case, it's the second one here. Okay, crotchets we've had before, single beat. All right, half a beat or quaver, or as Americans like to call it, a eighth note. All right, semiquaver. That is a 16th in American speak. All right. Which one has the longest duration? All right, so get your math here. But basically, this is 4 beats. The other one here on the bottom left is 2 beats. That crotch is 1 beat, and the bottom right is a half beat. So the largest number is 4. Okay, shortest. A lot of flags in that semiquaver. Put that on there. Longest. All right, go back to that semi-breve. All right, longest duration. That ho note. Okay, still longest. Now that it's the half note or the minimum. Okay, quick and easy. All right, well, looks like we're done with level 2. All right, as always, if you have any questions or comments, just put them on this video or you can private message me. All right, hope everybody's staying safe out there. Do take care, and I'll catch you guys next time.